One of the things that has really stuck with me since my mum passed away is that every time I'm around people, let's say I'm in a bus or walking somewhere or just sitting around a large group of people, I think to myself, how fascinating is the fact that right now I'm so close to them physically, but they have no idea of all the pain that has gone through me since my mum died and everything that's happened. You just don't know. You have no idea what somebody is going through at any specific point in time. And I always ask myself as well, beside them not knowing of all my pain, what are they going through in that period of time, or what have they gone through throughout their life already? And I think that it's so incredibly easy to judge people. Let's say you're being served by somebody and they're just being extremely rude, and you're so angry about it, frustrated, don't understand. And imagine now they told you that they just lost 2 of their children to cancer, as an example. Would you look at it differently? 100% you would. It would be such a different situation, because all of a sudden you have that acceptance of, oh, well, that person is going through something, so I have to be a little bit kinder. And at any stage of our life, this is how we should be acting, because we don't know what somebody has been going through. It's so insane to me, because I'm still smiling and I'm still laughing and I'm out there and I'm talking to people, and you wouldn't have a clue. You would never ever think of what I've been going through for the past 5 months. And as soon as you would know, I can guarantee you that you might change a little bit around me and the way you are treating somebody, because when you know somebody has gone through something really horrible, then you are going to be kinder to them. So why not just make this the standard and always assume that somebody may have gone through something that you don't know. It could be something bad. And so that is a reason to be extra kind. And I find myself doing this so much lately. Not that I wasn't kind before, but now I'm extra kind and extra accepting. And I'm not saying that you should let bad people walk all over you because you don't know what they're going through. But what I am saying is that if you feel that somebody may be rude to you or a bit distant or just not as kind as you would have liked them to be, then why not encounter this with so much kindness? Because that is honestly the best way to be. And can you imagine if everybody was like that? Just never judging anybody for the bad days or the bad moods, because I can guarantee you that I may not have been as kind in those first 2 months as I could have been, just because I was so busy in my own head and I was so frustrated and angry, and then maybe I would have snapped at somebody without even realizing, and they thought, wow, she's just such a rude person. But don't make these judgments too quickly, because we don't know. And it really doesn't cost anything at all to be kind. The amount of times in the past few months where I would be out somewhere and I would just start crying so horribly, it'd be in the train or bus or wherever, and I can guarantee you that there would have been some people looking at me thinking, why on earth is she crying in public? Just do it at home. There's so many little judgments that we have in our minds, and it happens so quickly that we make those little judgments about people, about who they are and why they do the things that they do. And I can guarantee you that if those people that were sitting with me on the train where I was just crying so much had known why I was crying, they probably would have been a lot more understanding. So let's leave this judgment behind and let us be as kind as we could possibly be, because you never know whose life might be possibly impacted by your kindness. The other day, I was sitting in a park and I was completely zoomed out thinking about my mum, and this older gentleman, I don't even know why this guy, and this older gentleman walked past and simply asked, "Are you okay?" And it's funny because I said yes, which I think so many of us do when really we're not okay. But that just stuck with me, because I thought, how amazing that I'm just sitting here, and I wasn't even crying at that point. I think I must have looked really sad if he'd asked. But it's amazing what that question, I just was so happy about the fact that he would even ask. And even if I didn't tell him what was really going on, it was so amazing that somebody cared, and that despite the fact that he did not know me at all, he cared enough to ask me, "Are you okay?" So the next time you see somebody who may be snapping at you or treating you in a way that you might not like, why not just ask them? Instead of right away making that judgment and think, oh my God, what a rude person. Ask them, "Are you okay? Is everything all right?" It costs you nothing. It's such little effort, and it changes everything. So I hope that this video is going to stick with you for a little while, and that the next time you may have an encounter like that, you're going to be extra kind and maybe have a think before making judgments so quickly.